we joke around and say that we have a script. We don't have a script. We do have an outline. We didn't hit a lot of topics yesterday, but I did think it was a very good and beneficial discussion, and
especially for the big picture of Vanderbilt as a whole when it comes
NIL,
to NIL and having success athletically
and transfer portal. Like this is a different day, and
Such a different world.
They've got to figure out a way. Like,
and they're not the only ones.
They're not. And they have a hard enough time trying to figure out how to compete anyway. And now you've got this other level of thing where, like, if anyone plays well or shows something at Vanderbilt football-wise or basketball-wise, boom.
They gone.
The bigger fish come after the smaller fish. And unfortunately for them, that's where they are. They're a launching pad program right now.
And big picture-wise, like you look at Tennessee, for example, or Auburn, the enrollment at these schools is so different than it is at Vanderbilt. So then when you're talking about alumni who can come back and financially support these universities, you have a much larger alumni base to rely on, right? To give to an NIL collective, to support athletics if it's important to them. Like Vanderbilt doesn't have that monster kind of alumni base, and a lot of Vanderbilt alums don't end up staying in Tennessee, right?
Well,
some do, but you know what I mean?
And a lot of alums are coming from the academic side of the world and are donating that way.
Towards that cause, yeah. So
I was thinking yesterday.
So that puts Vanderbilt behind anyway.
So it's so backwards. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't remember when this was, but I know that it happened. Tennessee's law school was about to lose accreditation. Oh. They had to borrow money from the athletic department.
Oh my gosh.
To stay accredited as a law school and pay it back with interest. That's so different, right?
Yeah, that would never happen.
I thought about that on the way home. My mom went to Tennessee Law School, and then
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a thing that happened for sure. I think it was during the Fulmer administration, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
But yeah, and the other thing is, like, everybody faces the transfer portal and loses players and stuff like that.
Everybody.
But at the level that Vanderbilt is competing against, like, schools are also benefiting from the portal at an almost even or better level than what they lose, right? And it's the complete opposite with Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
They turn out a receiver.
Football-wise.
Like I mentioned Humphreys yesterday from CPA from Nashville. And like, he has a good freshman year. Georgia wants him. He goes to Georgia.
Yeah.
What do they get in return?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and even at like lower tier, who's the running back that went to Kentucky? Awesome story.
Ray Davis
from
Vanderbilt.
There's
here.
another example.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Hi, Slay.
Thought I wasn't going to be here, but I'm here.
Oh, no, we knew.
Best
We got the message.
I'm in the building. Better be ready.
I'm in the
building. I got no rules. I'm trying to bust the speakers today.
You're on. Unfortunately, your camera's not on.
But they know I'm on.
It's busted.
You're on what?
The voice.
You busted your camera.
Good. It needed to be busted.
Yeah, so Zone TV doesn't work again.
Get it on up out of here.
Well, 2/3 of it works.
Yeah, but not on my screen.
The good part works.
Oh, I can
refresh
it. I
Refresh
can see
it?
both of y'all. Yeah, I can see both of y'all.
You want to switch chairs?
No,
I'm
I've
okay
got
with
Blaine
not
and
being on
Mickey.
camera.
I need to
cool.
figure this out. Anyway.
But Ray Davis was the guy.
Yes, that's who I was talking about. So anyway, it is a long, windy road that Vanderbilt is going to have to figure out.
It's a Beatles song.
Yes. I did that on purpose.
Did you? I'm impressed.
Good job, Babs.
Yeah.
Long and winding road. That's not how it goes, but you know.
I was like, I don't.
when you don't know,
so much.
Speak loudly. Now I see Buck Rising. Like, I've got all kinds of weird things happening on.
Ooh,
Zone
sorry
TV.
about that.
All right. Tennessee at
We
Missouri.
got a lot to talk about today.
Tennessee at Missouri tonight. Any groundbreaking thoughts on that one?
No, they should handle their business. I think it should lead over from the Arkansas game, from the Vanderbilt game. They got better each game defensively and offensively. You should continue to do the same thing. Should pose a better threat with Missouri playing at Missouri, but it should be a double.
It's still Missouri.
I think they call that building the Missouri Coliseum. Like, they haven't even sold the naming rights to that. Como. They almost beat Georgia last time out. Or Ole Miss.
Yeah,
Ole Miss.
they have a good team. Missouri has a good team. Like,
No, they don't. They've lost 12 in a row and 15 now.
Yeah, but record doesn't say. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course they are.
I'm a process guy, but I just went result to
I
you.
totally get what you're saying, but I would expect them to beat Tennessee before I expect Vanderbilt to beat A&M. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Like
are.
that just shows what a surprise that win was.
Exactly. So yeah.
So you're here a minute
Or
and a half
that
and you go at
loss
Vanderbilt
was.
again?
Who? Let's get it on. Who you talking about?
I said you're here a minute and a half and you go at Vanderbilt again.
Who?
God.
Yeah, I'm right here, man.
Lord have mercy.
What
What happened to the Slay administration?
No, the Slay administration
I
still
saw on
rocking.
Twitter there was a lot of activity
Hey, man,
revolving
that's
around
what we
that.
do, man. We get the people to talking. It gets the people going. Just to put a pin in it, though, 2 assistant coaches, 2 former coaches, 2 current players, 2 former players. A lot of people feel the same way we do. Here we go. Let's roll, baby. They got a whole day yesterday. It ain't no way they can get no more.
Can we button it up with
Let them fix it.
what about the little issue that Vandy fan is convinced that certain players will run off? Do we want to go there too?
Well, if they are going to run off, they're going to bolster somebody's GPA.
No.
on their
I
team.
mean, like
that they were run off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I told him at the beginning of it, assuming it's ass you and me. So, I mean, that's exactly what you got out of it.
To assume makes an ass out of you and me.
Yeah, he just did that.
What about asphalt? You gonna talk about that later?
Yeah, Milliken Court, baby.
Arkansas, Texas A&M, real
They're
quick.
doing my deck, by the way.
Hey,
Yeah.
they're gonna be right there with it too. And
They
if
can
don't
do
like it,
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Keep patting away from
We'll
me.
be right back there partying with Babs.
I was on your deck and your
Patton
dog
can't
attacked
move.
me. Yeah, it's a good time to go over there.
Yeah.
Let's go have a ball.
Yeah, let's have a party at Babs. Arkansas, Texas A&M by 11.5, same point spread.
Texas
6
A&M
o'clock
gotta get it.
on
Texas
ESPN.
A&M
Have to,
got it.
right?
They have to get this.
Musselman's acting weird to me. Like, he looks different on the sideline. Like, he's usually one of the most energetic guys you will ever see, and he's not that anymore.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
you talk
he usually
about,
crosses the line.
That's
on the
right.
lunge.
you talk about NIL and, guys getting in there, hitting the portal, and usually he's able to get the talent in there, and he got the talent, but you're getting to get the pieces that match. So, yeah, he's a little dejected at times. It's okay.
Preds at Vegas, 9 o'clock tonight. They are 1-0 since that 9-2 beatdown where Coach Burnett came out and questioned everybody.
There wasn't what's their record?
They're 1-0 since since that speech. I'm trying to keep track.
Uphill battle.
I'm trying to keep track. When he said, we need to concentrate on hockey, not our vacations.
Yeah.
I want that to be like a watermark thing, and then they roll off like 8 straight wins.
Well, here it comes in. That's all you got to do.
St. John's coach Rick Pitino said today that he was not ripping anybody and stands by his words. We will play what he said. Those words again.
Fooled me.
Yeah,
Fooled me, Rick.
Ha ha. Joke's on
Joke's
you,
on us, apparently. Could have fooled me.
So we played that audio yesterday. Rick Pitino actually ripping into his team, even though he said today he didn't do that.
I mean, he called him unathletic.
Yeah. Like what?
To me, calling somebody unathletic is like the most. That is.
That's the lowest.
That's
the lowest
as low
of the
as it
Yeah.
goes.
You're
If you're
playing
an
athletic
athlete,
sport.
yeah.
So the
And
next
somebody
question
says, yeah, you're a little unathletic. To me, that is like you have hit the bottom of the freaking barrel.
I'm with you on that.
We'll
you
play
can call
this.
me slow. You can call me like bad footwork. You can say, like the mental part of the game's not there. Great. But to call somebody unathletic
That's
is
tough.
the worst.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, ouch.
That is tough.
Well, and the other thing is, like, you recruited me. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, but
you
according
brought
to
me
him, he
in.
didn't have a choice.
you brought me in here. So that was the next question. Like, would you go about your first off season differently? He's like, no, we had to take what we could get.
Found these
Slay's
guys
back.
roaming.
You're back on the video.
Hey, here I am.
Join us on the chat.
Take what you could get. What does that even mean? Like, you go to the dollar store and you just
I mean, it's like the guy that was outside the Titans.
you just had to take him.
Yeah, like he's there. Like we need another spot to fill, and he's there. We got us one.
How would that make you feel as a player?
Oh,
Piss me off.
professionally, cut the check. College wise, you done lost the group with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Lost the group with that one.
Well, they've lost 8 out of 10. I guess he doesn't care.
Hey, the group's been lost.
He said it's his worst experience as a coach.
That's tough. That's tough.
We'll play that audio for you in the next segment. Also, William Byron won the Daytona 500 under caution for Hendrick Motorsports in the 40th anniversary of Hendrick Motorsports. They had not won a Daytona race in the last 9 attempts, but some controversy there as he crossed under caution. And the picture that they showed was from, I mean, a mile and a half back and up, and like you can't see a clear shot of who came across the line, and there's all kinds of controversy.
Titans finish off their coaching staff, too.
Hey, it's a done deal? What we got?
We have a special teams coordinator. Do you want to talk about it after the break?
I thought that happened last week.
A special teams coordinator? No.
Okay. Yeah, we can talk about it. Also, coming up.
Officially.
Yeah.
No, you have an assistant. Now you
That's
have.
what it was, assistant.
Now you have.
Okay.
Now you have the real one.
Matt Bowen with ESPN.com lists the best team fits for the top 50 free agents in the NFL. We'll hit that. Also, the College Football Playoff Board of Managers. What a weird title for people. Unanimously approved the 5+7 format for the 12-team playoff, which means 5 highest-ranked conference champions, next 7 highest-ranked teams. Neither Washington State nor Oregon State can qualify as conference champions, but they like this model because there's 7 at large. So they feel like they have a better chance, obviously, than the 6-6 model, which was previously put out there. So probably most years you would have SEC, Big 10, Big 12, and ACC champs, 4 of the 5, along with the highest-ranked group of 5 champion, plus 7 highest-ranked remaining teams. So first 4 would get byes, and then 5 through 12 would play home games at the higher-seeded place, which actually is written as lower seed. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Lower seed selects the venue, which is interesting. So, like, Tennessee theoretically could play in Nashville if they wanted to.
Right.
Yeah, but why would you do that?
You
right?
wouldn't. You wouldn't.
You
But
would
they
want
did.
to select. Yeah.
Right, but they did write it in that way. So then you would have bowl games in the quarterfinals, which is 4 games, and semifinals in the national championship.
Love it.
I love it,
Inject
too.
it in my veins.
And so
I can't wait.
I did run down who the teams would have been based on last year, so we can kind of get a look
Really
at that.
fun.
Jim Wyatt coming up at 3:45. We'll talk Titans football with him. Chris Lowe, senior writer for ESPN at 4:20. We'll get into the college football playoff plan, the 5-7 playoff model with him. 615-737-1045 if you want in. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Okay. You want to stay connected, right? Yeah. Well, guess what? You need Xfinity Internet in order to do that. I love the fact that I can go anywhere in my house and my Xfinity Internet is going to work, and it comes from a variety of speeds to choose from. Connect is up to 75 Mbps. Connect more fast, super fast. They have gigabit. You can get up to 5 times faster upload speeds for smoother connections on the largest gig speed network. And for my household, that is great because Mr. Babs works from home. I have a 13-year-old that likes to game. I've got a 3-year-old, and we always have to, pull movies to watch and all of that. So it all works, and it is the speed that I need, and it's the speed you will need at a great price. Xfinity delivers gig speeds to more homes than anyone, so get ready to do even more on your devices with gig speeds. Trust Xfinity Internet. Go to xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or just visit a store today. Xfinity Internet.
3HL 1045, The Zone. F&M Bake Chat is open. You can watch the show YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Twitch, please.
Thank you, Babsy.
Yes.
You okay over there?
I'm great.
Okay.
Just,
Good.
You know.
Can I get this Rick Pitino thing out of the way real quick? I loved his comments from yesterday so much that I wanted to run it again, like right after we did. But now he gave us reason to do it again because if you haven't seen this story.
Because he went on.
Rick Pitino had some things to say. He's the St. John's basketball coach. You may not know that even, but
right.
May not know that even. But they've lost 8 out of 10. And so today he said he wasn't ripping anybody yesterday and stands by his words or this weekend. Well, his words after the last loss were these.
We just lack toughness. We just don't move our feet on defense. Look, they shot 37 free throws. Throw out the stats. You see it every game, the amount of free throws they shoot and the amount of free throws we shoot. Look at what Naheem shot on the year. Look at what Chris Ledlam shot on the year. I mean, you're a power forward. You play 29 minutes without a free throw. That means you're not offensive rebounding, not getting to the line. So it's really all the toughness things of why we give up leads. We are so
You played that
non-athletic that we can't guard anybody without fouling.
Can't guard
it
anybody
really
without
is not
fouling.
about losing.
We're so not.
Because even in winning, when we watch the film, I see unathletic plays. I see people that don't handle the ball, that's just interested in taking quick shots. So it's been a disappointing year.
If you had to do it over again, would you have attacked your first offseason differently?
Had no choice. We just could take who we could get, who was available. We had no choice. I don't think we were going to win the first year anyway, because when you rush like that and you don't see the players and you just not a whole lot we can do.
You don't
but
see
it's
the players. You just take them.
I think I've enjoyed even the Celtics when we lost. I've enjoyed every minute being the Boston Celtic coach. Didn't like the fact that we lost in that following year, but this has been the most unenjoyable experience I've had since I've been coaching.
Do you have any second thoughts of taking this job?
No, not at all. It's not St. John's. It's my team. Look, I'm disappointed. I don't want to say the wrong things, but I'm really disappointed in my team.
So today he said he wasn't ripping anybody and stands by his words.
Wow.
I mean, he was telling the truth as he saw it.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know?
Yeah,
I appreciate it. I was
Yeah.
entertained by that.
I was every bit of entertainment. I'll take that. I don't know if I'm taking that as a player, though. What you mean, my man?
Backpedaling. He said non-athletic.
That's key
Just
in an athletic sport.
Yeah, you need to have
It's
some
not St.
athleticism.
John's, it's my crappy team.
Tad bit. It's like open trials, though. Like open trials. Anybody want to come try?
We got players
I mean,
we didn't
Pat
even
Summitt
see
did
them.
that.
Well, then what kind of coach are you?
For the practice players.
No, but when she first got the job, she had tryouts she put she herself like stapled like flyers to telephone poles around campus, like for open tryouts. He could do that.
Yeah.
Apparently, he might have to.
He do that, they're going to get ran out.
Because if I'm playing on that team, I'm like,
every
peace.
single time.
Go get some wide receivers and cornerbacks.
Yeah. I love to see that floating the Big East. Man, it would be a field
Well, I mean,
day.
if you want athletes,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
if that's your problem, like you have no other problems than that.
Get some skill position guys.
Yeah, like Stanley Asumnu.
Yeah. See how that worked out. Nathan. Nathan was given.
Nathaniel?
Hey, every bit of it. I done that football field. You can't, man. You'll be a special guy to do that. What, Babs?
Nothing. I'm going to change the subject. Are y'all done?
Yeah, get it.
To what? Special teams coordinator?
Yes, because the last segment I was like, no, we didn't know. Yes, we did. We talked about it Friday, and I texted with Mark Mariani about this guy.
Colt Anderson.
Colt Anderson. Yeah, I don't
What a
know where
name
my
for-
brain
Heck of a
was.
name.
What a name for a guy that played at Montana. Colt Anderson.
Yes. So
Mariani said he's legendary.
yeah,
Gotta
here,
be.
let me tell you.
Mariani ain't throwing that
So
around.
we're gonna have Mariani on to talk about him.
Moonshine.
But sorry I missed you yesterday. I'm up in Colorado skiing, is what he said.
I mean, the amount of times we
So-
get messages like that from him.
I know. I'm like,
Always
rough.
go.
But anyway, he said he's an absolute legend. I can't wait to tell you about him. So that's Colt Anderson, the now special teams coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. 4 years of NFL coaching experience, played for 9 in the league, spent the past 4 seasons as assistant special teams coach with, of course, the Bengals, with Brian Callahan. And I mean, we heard Coach Callahan talk about how much he loved that staff and loved going to work every day. And he's poaching lots of assistants at different positions to come and step up and be a position coach here. So, anyway, so that'll be interesting. We'll hear from Mariani and get like the scoop on him, but an absolute legend.
Absolute legend.
There's got to be great
That's
stories
how he
there from
describes Colt
Montana,
Anderson.
yeah.
Yes.
This is coming from a guy that, doesn't throw that around loosely.
No,
Right.
and is one himself.
He's a
Yeah.
legend, Hall of Famer.
Oh, trust me. I told you I worked that Montana playoff game.
Yeah.
All I had to do was say that I'm friends with Mark Mariani, and they're like,
Boom.
oh, let us take care of you. Oh, you know him? Yeah, we love Mark.
All
I mean,
access
he is
granted.
a legend there. So funny.
615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. We were talking about the college football playoff board of managers unanimously approving the 5+7 format for the 12-team playoff. So what this is 5 of the highest ranked conference champions. So the Big Four, SEC, Big 10, Big 12, and ACC, right? Like, so highest ranked champions from there. The highest ranked group of 5 champion, which sometimes is ranked higher than like the ACC champ, for example. So that's interesting because the first 4 have a bye.
Yeah.
So even though you get in that 5 group, that 5th team doesn't have a bye and they have to play that first week trying to get into the quarterfinals. But that's how it would normally go. So last season, this is what it would look like. Ready?
What you get?
Hit it.
ACC champ was Florida State, so they would be in.
Okay.
Congrats, Fighting Danny Canels. Texas, the Big 12 champion. Michigan, the Big 10 champion. And Alabama, the SEC champion, would all have byes. Okay?
Okay.
So
Like it.
Michigan ranked number 1, Texas ranked number 3, Alabama ranked number 4, Florida State ranked number 5.
You earn those buys,
Right.
and it makes winning your conference matter.
Now, what I did was I threw out the Pac-12 because the Pac-12 is down to the Pac-2 now. But, Washington would have been the Pac-12 champion and blah, blah, blah. But they're not in it, so I just put them at the at-large. That's why the number 2 seed is not in there.
Okay.
Number 23 would be Liberty, Conference USA champ. So Liberty and SMU were ranked 23 and 24. So there would have been like some discussion and drama about who that 5th team was, like toward the end of the season. And that would have been interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because you would have been at some of those games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worked
Liberty
a lot
let
of
me
those
down,
games.
too.
Right. So Liberty would have gotten in by a hair as the 5th seed, but they would have played in that first round. So byes go to Florida State, Texas, Michigan, and Alabama. So the 5th team would be Liberty. So then it's the next 7 highest ranked teams, right, after the conference champions. So that would be number 2, Washington, would be the 6th seed, even though they're ranked number 2.
But that's only because there's no Pac-12. Yeah.
Number 6, Georgia, would be the 7th team. The 8th team would be Ohio State. 9th team would be Oregon. 10th team would be Missouri. They would have gotten in. 11th team would have been Penn State. And 12th team would have been Ole Miss. So Lane Kiffin would have got in. So top 4 highest ranked conference champions get byes. Lower seed selects venue. Everyone would want to play at home, right?
You'd be foolish. Not.
But they do put that in there to give you the option to play in a different venue. Maybe like if Vanderbilt got in, and instead of playing in 42,000 seat Vanderbilt Stadium, they could play in Nissan Stadium.
A little bit more.
And sell more tickets or whatever. I guess.
That's a hell of an example right there, Mayor.
I mean, listen.
That was one.
I'm all about the
But
love.
yes, that is correct.
Local love. That's me. So you would have had.
But like Liberty or somebody that has a smaller stadium if they wanted it to.
Yeah, it makes
I don't
sense.
even know where Liberty is. Where's Liberty? I would have used them
In
as an
Virginia?
example because they could have played at a bigger venue. Yes.
Yep.
So the
Or
first,
James Madison, for example.
That would
Like
be-
they
yeah,
have,
that's a
they
good one.
don't, I mean, they sell out all of their games. They don't have a big stadium, you know?
right. So the first round games would be Ole Miss at Liberty. How about that? Penn State
Some
at
offensive
Washington.
firepower.
Penn State at Washington.
Oh, that would be fun.
Missouri at Georgia.
Seen that?
Sorry, drink. Although they did play them well.
Yeah.
Almost beat them 2 years ago. Oregon at Ohio State.
Oh, that would be fun.
I'm all
Oregon
in on
at
this
Ohio State.
top 12.
Ooh-wee. Nike would have a field day.
I'm all in on this 12-team playoff.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm going to love the matchups, especially at home.
From last year, you would have, well, I guess you can count Texas now. You would have 5 SEC teams out of 12.
Right, and that's the other thing that the 5+7 does. It doesn't limit conference numbers of conference teams.
Which is huge for the SEC.
Yeah, you keep playing towards the end, too.
And it
Every
makes
game counts.
it makes winning the SEC championship really important.
Yeah.
So here's
want
something
that
to
bye.
point out, though. Not that it would have played in with what happened last year, but Notre Dame, no matter what, let's say Notre Dame's the best team in the country, no matter what, they're not getting a
They don't get
bye
a bye.
because they're not
Ever.
a conference champion.
They will never get a bye
Ever.
in this system. That's right.
tough.
Or do you count that? Well,
They could be ranked number
do
one
they
in the
count
country.
as in the ACC? They don't, right?
No.
They only did
they're
that for
independent.
COVID.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're independent. They're rolling by themselves.
They would be the 6th seed, even if they were the number one team in the country. And they would have to win a game to get in the quarterfinals
which means they would have to win 4 extra games
to win it all.
to win a national championship, even if they're the number one team in the country.
Bowl games would start in the quarterfinals, and that's how it will all work. We'll talk more about it later. When we come back, Jim Wyatt. We'll talk Titans football next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What up? What's happening? We are bringing Cove generators to you. Why? Because it's going to feel good when you're looking around and the power's not out. Cold outside, a cold front comes through, and then power goes out. You're sitting there shivering, looking for blankets, looking for lighters, looking for candles, flashlights, and everything in between. But if you got Cove generators, yes, it's silent, and it's running next to your house. And all of a sudden, boom! Power comes back on in a matter of seconds, Babsy. That's what Cove Generators presents.
Seamlessly integrated
That's
into
right.
your home. And Cove
Word.
generators can come out and decide exactly what size Generac home standby generator you need to get the most out of what you want. They'll take care of you. You can get an estimate on that Generac home standby generator from Cove Generators. All you have to do is call them today. Be prepared for winter and storm season. 931-559-3311 is the number, or just go check them out online. You can actually reach out to Generator Dave online too. That's covegenerators.com.
And stay connected through it all.
3HL 1045 The Zone. There's your guy, Babsy. Babs loves some Nelly.
Up street in a Range Rover.
And then he was at, where are you, the college football playoff?
Big 12 championship.
That's what it
Yes,
was.
Big 12 championship.
And you were with him, and you're like, you wrote us and said, well, you didn't say, you wrote, he's really small, like short.
He's
And Slay
tiny.
said, Slay wrote,
Bless you.
they all
I saw
are.
that one coming.
Yeah, he's not a fan of Dawn because she went into triple overtime.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they cut
I was
into a
right
little bit of
before
show,
his
didn't it?
performance, yes. With my Dr. Pepper tuition throw.
A lot of rappers are small people, though.
No, he's like small. I mean,
Yep.
He's a pocket
I
person.
am not.
You can put him in your pocket.
I was surprised that he was that short. I was standing right next to him. I had on like, not heels, but just a little like probably 2-inch like kind of heel. And I was taller than him.
Little tiny Tim guy.
I told y'all, I saw Ice Cube in Indianapolis at the Super Bowl, and he was a pocket person, too.
Pocket person.
You can put him in your pocket.
Your camera looks amazing.
Mine does?
It's so clear because
Like,
you
I
have
mean,
the
crystal
4K.
clear, yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay with not having
I
that.
think mine looks great, too. Yours looks great, too, bad. But yours is just a step above us.
I need this soft focus.
So fucking.
Diane Sawyer soft focus.
How you doing over there?
I feel like that's a loaded question that I could answer in a million different ways.
Well, Slay left the room for a minute, and you decided that.
She vented?
I always vent. Oh, I stink.
What?
I stink.
So Jim Wyatt joins us.
Yeah, Jim
Oh,
Wyatt.
Jimmy. Sorry, Jimmy. We'll talk about it later.
Hey, this is the off season, Jim. What's up? How are
I've been
you?
working out, Jimmy.
We're going Derek Dooley shower procedure.
Hi, Jim.
What's going on with Dawn there? She didn't she not put deodorant on today?
No, I forgot. Do you ever forget? Like, that's not just me, right? People forget.
Oh yeah, it happens. It
See,
happens.
Okay.
I just need to carry it in my bag with me.
Jimmy,
I
did
guess
you, did you catch our entire show devoted to Vanderbilt athletics yesterday?
I did not. It's probably a short segment if you're talking
No,
about
the entire show,
success of the-
basically.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. So I missed it. So give me the Cliff Notes version.
well, I mean, now
It was about
everybody's
stack.
talking about Vanderbilt athletics today because we did that yesterday. We forced it on the market.
You
That's
think
what
Stack
happened.
should be fired?
Oh, Lord. That's
well,
a
it'd
loaded
be
question.
hard
That's
for
what it
me.
come into.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to endorse a coach who's had the struggles that program has had. I mean, I thought that certainly last year they made some strides, but any season that ends without you making NCAA tournament is not a successful season in my book. So and now to take such a big step back this year, it's hard for me to say he should be back. I mean,
Well-
again, it's not all his problem because part of it is what he's dealing with from an NIL standpoint. You know, part of it is trying to mold a roster that's got so many different players that are new, but it's just been a disjointed team all year. And I can't honestly look and tell you, look you in the face and tell you I think that program is making strides. It's going the wrong direction. And I'm old enough to remember when that place was electric over there. Nobody wanted to play over there. They were competing for SEC titles, going to Sweet 16s, and those days are long gone. And I don't feel like they're, right around the corner either.
Yeah, we had kind of a bigger picture discussion with some of the points you just
NIL,
made. Like,
yeah.
how does Vanderbilt stay away from being like a trampoline program? Like, if a basketball player or football player has success, they leave, and the portal give it and take it away, right? But like on similar levels or not, because I think a lot of schools, they lose players and get players on a similar kind of level. In Vanderbilt, I think it's going to be hard for that to happen.
Yeah, and maybe in football, I've got I'm a little bit more patient with what they're dealing with there, just because it's always been tough to compete in the SEC in football, and especially now with the current landscape, and them being reluctant to really go dive in head first into making sure they keep players. But I do feel like Clark Lee is a good coach, and I feel like I think some good people are around him. I'm more optimistic about the football program than the basketball program at this point in time, and can't say that a lot.
Jim Wyatt, Titans, TennesseeTitans.com, talking about the offseason. Obviously, free agency is coming up, and I always like the point that you make. Like, just because free agency day hits doesn't mean 300 guys go to 300 teams, right? Like, it's kind of a trickle out effect. So it's kind of like a be patient and see what happens kind of thing.
Yeah, and I don't really know. It's too early for me to really get a feel for how aggressive the Titans will be this year. Obviously, they're working with more money and more cap room than they have in previous seasons. But sitting here on February the 20th, some guys may look attractive on other teams' rosters, but if those guys get contract extensions at their current places, then they might not be legitimate options for you. I think, and I think other people in his organization feel the same way, that the best way for you to rebuild and to sustain and be a competitor year in and year out is through the draft, and not necessarily from throwing money at free agents. Sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't. But the key is identifying the right people. And things are going to be different around here this year. I mean, you're looking for different personnel, for a different head coach. You can do things differently. So a whole bunch of unknowns as we head into March this year.
Obviously, a deadline yesterday. When you look at Derrick Henry, Aziz, and Sean Murphy-Bunting, what do you think the Titans do with those three now that we're kind of where we are?
Well, it's just hard to say because you just don't know what, Derrick, let's talk about Derrick first. I mean, right now, I don't know what other teams might offer him in terms of a contract and what the Titans might be willing to offer and whether those two are close. And
people keep talking about the Ravens, but the Ravens don't have money right now, right?
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, it's just we saw what happened to Ezekiel Elliott. We've seen what happened to other running backs when they get to the market. The value, the market just is not there for running backs like it used to be. Now, all it takes is one team. If one team's willing to give him a contract that really blows the Titans or anybody else out of the water, then you would think that Derrick, would want to go there. If it's close, maybe he looks at things differently. Up to this point, Brian Callahan, even Derrick have all said they haven't closed the door on a return here, but there's a lot of unknowns at this point on what a contract might look like and what his market might look like.
And Aziz and Sean Murphy-Bunting, I mean, Titans have a lot of holes to fill in the draft and free agency, Jimmy.
Yeah, they do. And Aziz, I mean, Aziz is, a lot of times when you have a head coach leave, then you figure another coach is going to go a different direction with players. I think when you look at Aziz, and specifically, I look at him more of a Rand Carthon acquisition because Rand knows him from his days in San Francisco. That's why he was here. I think everything I've heard, the team was happy with Aziz and his production and his durability. Aziz himself, the only thing he needs to do different next year is just to kind of make more game-changing plays, find the football, create turnovers. I would think the team would have an interest in bringing him back, but lots going to depend on maybe what he has in mind for a contract and what the team has in mind for him. And probably the same thing for Sean Murphy-Bunting. I mean, I think he was pro during his year last year, but I'd love to see what the market looks like.
Yeah, I mean, if they lose Aziz Al-Shire, they need two starting inside linebackers.
Yeah.
So, you start looking at the holes. It's going to be an interesting offseason. We keep talking about it. Thank you, Jimmy. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you.
Okay, y'all have a good one.
All right.
Thanks, Jimmy.
At Jay Wyatt Sports.
He sounded like he was at the Daytona 500 for a little bit, didn't he?
Little moped.
Like somebody was passing him. Hopefully he wasn't hanging in the left lane.
That Aziz thing is going to be interesting. Well, yeah, please get out of the lane. That's gonna be interesting, though.
Jim Wyatt would
He
never.
wouldn't dare.
He would never.
He like San Fran getting their inside linebacker. What was it? Achilles. Was it Greenlaw?
Oh my gosh! When he ran out onto the field,
that was tough.
Trey.
You gotta think. I don't think they would have missed beat if Aziz was there. I wonder if they're thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? Kind of know that situation. But.
Yeah, because Kelsey had one catch until that injury happened.
Mm-hmm.
Running onto the field after a punt. Greenlaw, yep. When we come back, Matt Bowen with ESPN.com lists the best team fits for the top 50 free agents in the NFL. Titans are on here for a couple of guys. We'll talk about it next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. I actually just had somebody hit me up and say they saw our commercial where Baby Babs was gazing out our new Pella windows in our house. Yes, we love Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. I mentioned Baby Babs. You know, she puts her hands all over them. Well, it's nice to actually have windows that I can open and clean and get those grimy prints off of them, because before that, my windows would not open. And then they had slits in them. All the cold air would come in the winter, the hot air in the summer, and bugs would also come in the summer. So maybe you are like I am, and you know you need new windows, and you think, God, I just really don't want to pay for that. Well, don't worry. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville has you covered. First of all, you'll be surprised to learn how affordable replacement windows are. And then second of all, they have an awesome deal going on. So you could get 50% off qualifying installations and no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 full months. Schedule your free consultation. Check out their limited time special offer at PellaNashville.com. That's Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville.
Good afternoon from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. I'm Joe Hunk. The College Football Playoff Board of Managers made a decision to change the 12-team field playoff that they're going to be having starting this season from a 6-6 model to now a 5-7. So the 5 top conference champions are going to be included in the playoff, and then the 7th highest ranked teams will be involved as well. The way the college football playoff schedule is going to start, you're going to have the first round on December 20th and 21st. The quarterfinals are going to be on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. The semifinals are going to be January 9th and 10th. And then the College Football National Championship will be January 20th. You got some afternoon baseball taking place. Vandy and Dayton get going at 4:30 over at Hawkins here in just a little bit. Tennessee and UNC Asheville happening right now in the Vols home opener on SEC Network Plus, and they are currently tied at 1 apiece. For all your foundation repair waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. It'll be better if you listen to us for a little bit.
BEAUT4.
You just
Yes,
confused
me. BEAUT4.
Yep.
Oh.
He went some Jim Carrey on that one.
That's exactly that man. I used to really, really, really love Jim Carrey. He's like
You used to. You don't anymore?
he ain't gave me
Like
nothing to
his
love.
stand-up comedy stuff?
No, I like comedy, movies,
His
but
movies.
he's not been in anything.
Yeah,
No, he really hasn't.
he's been a lot pickier. I think like his last couple movies have been like the Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
Yeah, it was good.
I don't even know anything
he
about
was
that.
Good in that
Me
too, though.
either.
He was
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah, it
What
hilarious.
was your favorite Jim Carrey movie? Ace Ventura?
Dumb and Dumber. Ace Ventura, liar. Like he went on a string. The kid was one when he had the 3 adopted boys. I don't even think they was adopted.
Me,
The fat
Myself, and
kids.
Irene.
Me, myself,
that-
and Irene. Good gracious, boy.
Where he's
was
got
not
the butt chin?
Oh,
I don't know that I've even seen that one.
Oh
I
my
have
God,
seen that
dog.
one.
That was probably
Hey,
one of his
man.
more like adult humor ones.
Yeah,
So
dog.
hilarious.
Hey man,
Me, Myself, and Irene?
and his
Yes.
sons were the truth.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, you got to go see it.
So Liar Liar, when they do the outtakes at the end, that was hilarious. That was one of the funnier things I've ever seen.
Could you imagine working with him?
No,
Somebody
you're
of
not
that,
getting nothing
like
done.
him and Will Ferrell, right?
You're not getting
And Robin
anything
Williams.
done. Anything.
Yeah, these guys are going off script, and you have to be on point
Yep.
because you can't ruin their genius.
Well, yeah, because you never know what they're going to end up using in the actual movie.
And the darn energy, their energy, all of these guys' energies.
Yeah.
Was just, what's my guy named in the past, fat guy in a little coat?
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley.
Farley.
Yes.
Like, imagine these people energy. His energy, Jim Carrey energy, Robert Williams.
Well,
Robert
and
Williams
you
energy.
saw in like Saturday Night Live people just doing whatever they could to not break character
Yeah.
and just
It's like,
laugh.
what?
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is the fact that you had not seen In a Van Down by the River, that Saturday Night Live sketch,
that was
until we
good.
showed it to you.
That was good.
I love showing people like stuff like that for the first time because, like, I mean, you're just crying, you're laughing so hard.
Yeah. Yeah,
And it
that
was David
good.
Spade and Christina Applegate in that sketch.
I love when him and David Spade. They had a great chemistry, him and Farley. Great chemistry. That's one of my favorite movies.
Me, Myself, and Irene.
Hey, dude, I'm telling
Oh,
you,
you got a
wanna
new one
cry?
on your list, Mayor.
You want to cry? You going just do
I
it?
did cry watching Band of Brothers. I finished that one.
Cry laughing on it.
And so, yeah, it's not crying laughing. I mean, in episode 9, they, stumble onto a concentration camp. It was not funny. It was tears of
Now that is humor right
sorry. Sorry. But you just, I don't know. I put it on Twitter and somebody was like, well, you need to watch The Pacific next. And so that's what I'm on to now. And that's Spielberg and Tom Hanks again. So I'll go from that to Me, Myself, and Irene.
You're going to have a great time. Promise you on that trip.
Don Davenport is here.
Hi.
Babsy.
Happy Tuesday.
1045 The Zone AI. On the T-Dot Smartway map, there appears to be a meteor approaching downtown Nashville. No, wait. Scratch that. No need to check for weather alerts. This appears to be a Babs native. She's coming in hot. Entering the studio in 3, 2, 1.
There she is.
Let's
Don
go.
Davenport.
Happy Tuesday, people.
Ramon
Hope-
Foster on
It's a good
YouTube. Jim Carrey also used to write letters to Tupac to cheer him up and
Yeah.
make him laugh. True story.
Yep.
Oh,
Ramon also said you.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
what, like
Yeah.
letters where? Like he'd mail
Jail.
them to his house?
In jail.
He was in jail.
Everybody's in jail. Hey, two.
Babs just said
Jim
that.
here.
See, a lot of people don't understand this, but I figured Babs did. So there were these things called
Babs,
letters
that's an error,
that you
Babs.
could like write and send to people like messages of love and adoration or whatever you want. But you would put these letters into this thing called an envelope, and then you would put a stamp on it, and then the mail people would take it to that person.
They still ask at the post office if you need stamps. And I tell them every time, nope.
I still mail stuff.
You do?
With stamps?
Don't you like getting snail mail?
God.
No.
I love getting it. My mama sends me a card like every other week.
Oh
Really?
my Lord!
No, I'm
Go
straight.
work hard. Love you.
I did have to send something, and I got like I didn't know what to do. Like I had no idea what stamps were, how much they were,
That's part of the boom boom room.
where to get them. So Slade was like, "I got you, bro."
Yeah, I'm in there. All
And I
the
think I did. I got a stamp from someone here. I got a stamp
You
from
did.
Hunter here,
Hunter,
but
right.
but it wasn't enough money.
time. It wasn't. Yeah, it was short. I think it's short about 12 cents
Whoops.
too,
I owe you 12 cents.
bro.
Christmas cards.
I'll
Like I
give you-
always send out Christmas cards,
They always get there?
January 1.
Do you go? This is the question though. Do you go put them in your mailbox for the postman to take them out the mailbox to send them?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why we don't. Well, that's why we don't get them to the end of January, Babs.
Are you saying my mailman
You ever
Isn't
seen that
doing
episode
his
of-
job?
You ever seen that
No,
episode of
he does.
he's the
Seinfeld?
best?
No, you gotta go to the post office, Babs. They get there like 2 days. Nah. Nah.
Again, there's an episode of Seinfeld.
She
about
does
this.
send them in. She sends them in January. She does.
I do.
That's
I
a
actually
thing.
I
don't
love
even
it,
mail
too.
them till January 1.
I got mine in my bag right now.
But so I owe you 12 cents. So the next time that Babs gets one of her Nashville checks, we'll just give you that money, and then I'll owe her.
Well, my last one was 2 cents. So
So I need 6 of those.
6 more.
I'm going out to dinner on that sucker.
Do they come through quarterly or yearly?
monthly.
Oh, even better. 6 months. You'll be
The
paid
gift
off.
that keeps on giving.
I mean, some months I don't get one.
What? Nah, y'all ain't gonna short me my 2 cents now.
Well, sometimes
Well,
it doesn't get watched.
There's some.
Ah.
There's some. Like my highest one has been like $29.
Oh, that's balling.
Yeah.
That's-
It's always a game when I get it.
You could
in the
almost
mail.
get a hamburger at the sports bar in Vegas.
I almost
Almost.
said something.
But if you hold the
did almost
cheese.
say something, didn't you?
I'm glad.
Ron Slay is here.
I'm in the building.
Hey, I'm in the building.
Should have worn the Tennessee baseball jersey.
Better be ready. I'm in the building. Car ain't got no rules. Time for the show.
Vol baseball messing around with UNC Asheville. 1-1 in the third inning.
Yeah.
UNC Asheville's 0-3, Slay.
Yeah, but look how beautiful Lindsey Nelson
Those
Stadium looks.
renovations look good.
Don't they, man?
Those
They
renovations
do
look
look
good.
good.
Are
Y'all
they
can see
done?
it on TV a little bit.
I don't think they're
I don't
fully
think-
done.
yeah.
No, they just got the left field line, left field line is finished.
Just something about that orange. Looks good to me.
Uh-oh, he's got a shaker.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 3XL. Let's go, baby. Yes. No reason. Just felt it. Just felt it. Thank you, huh?
Look, after
felt
all
the
the
spirit?
Vandy talk,
Yeah,
I had to balance it out after yesterday.
I just felt like that was needed. I didn't know
Sometimes the Vol Lord just moves
I
inside
just
you.
felt like I was walking down a dark alley and had nowhere to go. And lo and behold, the orange light shined on my soul, and I'm back. Let's go, everyone. Hello.
Well,
Go Vols! Let's shout out to Lauren Reese.
You done? Everything?
I am done. I should have bet on this game, but go ahead.
You're 5-0 in
I'm
college
rolling.
baseball
In
this
college
year.
baseball,
rolling.
yeah.
I'm rolling.
What about tonight? Tennessee minus 11.5 at Missouri.
Took it.
Texas A&M minus 11.5 against Arkansas.
Took a money line.
Okay. That's a parlay.
Yes, parsley.
Matt Bowen, ESPN.com, lists the best team fits for the top 50 free agents in the NFL. A lot of this is like this. Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones, best fit is with the Chiefs. Jaguars edge rusher Josh Allen, best fit is with the Jaguars. So that's one thing to look out for when you go into free agency is like a lot of the teams will just sign their guys.
Yeah.
Quarterback Kirk Cousins. Why does everybody love Kirk Cousins? I've asked this question for years.
Because he don't hurt you.
Yeah, he's just.
That's the problem. He don't,
Yeah.
but I ain't going to.
He'll sneak up and
He's
throw.
not going to win a Super Bowl for
Yeah.
you, but
No,
he's
but he'll
He's
sneak
not
up and
gonna
throw
lose
for
one.
like 3,800 yards, and you're
like-
like, "Damn, where did that come from?"
Like, yeah,
but you watch him play.
one-year contract.
But you watch him play, and you're like, "Ah, "This guy ain't winning me games."
Yep.
They might win despite him.
Go on Netflix and finish the series on quarterbacks.
No.
He was hilarious in that.
No. He's too nice.
He was hilarious. And then he danced at the NFL honors the way he did was awesome.
Okay.
He's really likable.
Listen, I'm not diving into Netflix to watch Kirk Cousins dance.
He's a good guy. Slay, where does he go?
He goes to the board. Where's my board?
Put it on.
Hey!
Oh, it's okay. It's right there.
What?
Whoa.
Somebody
Who
moved
put
your
it over
board.
here on the right?
Whoa.
Board don't never go on the right.
Boy, Slay almost lost it.
Dude, hey.
Who do you think moved it? That's one thing.
Probably B-Hop. B-Hop in here rearrange and stuff. Savage, hurry up and get back in here, man.
B-Hop?
I just think because he's a legend Titan. No, you can't come here just doing stuff like that, B-Hop, now. You the OG now. No, the OG know better than that. You get the cereal out of there, you put the cereal back. You use up all the milk, you put the milk back. Go buy some more milk. Don't do that. That made me nervous right there. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
You were terrified.
Dude, like I'm looking and
You
see
looked
it.
lost.
What? And I done walked past that 3 or 4 times and didn't even notice it right there. Left board, left side.
Who are the Titans going to have as a backup quarterback?
They're going to have.
It's a great question. Tyrod Taylor?
That's a great. No, he retired, didn't he?
That is the.
Did he?
That's a random.
I think he
That's
retired.
a random throw out.
Oh, was it Teddy Bridgewater?
Bridgewater.
I mean, they're
Bridgewater retired.
They're the same
Coaching
guy,
in high
literally.
school now.
He's a high school football coach.
That's right.
Dang, who could be? Let me go look at this. That was a good
Well,
question,
anyway,
man.
Kirk Cousins, they've got going to the Falcons.
Okay.
Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins to the Bengals.
Yep.
Wide receiver Mike Evans to Carolina.
Mike.
New Panthers coach Dave Canales was his offensive coordinator.
Mike.
I don't care.
Mike.
Well, no.
Hang with Baker.
Listen, Slay.
Baker's
What
a
do
free
you
agent too.
always tell me?
Change of atmosphere.
No.
What?
It's
Put
all
on your
about the
deodorant.
money.
It
Oh, that's
it
true.
is, Babsy. You are.
It's all about the money.
Somebody else got to be willing to pay, but not like they're gonna be able to pay though. I will say that.
Right.
Edge
You're right,
rusher Chase Young.
And do you believe in that quarterback? I mean, if you're a wide receiver, your quarterback
It
matters.
makes you. Yeah, it makes. He was able to.
So
be,
that's why I saw a tweet the other day of somebody national. I don't remember. I think I sent it to you, but about all this talk inside the league with players about wanting to play with Will Levis. It matters.
It was. Somebody said that, I think on Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, it was
show.
Stephen A. Smith.
Yep.
I don't know how accurate that is, but
Hey, man. He said he hears things.
Yeah, I heard it.
He heard it from people. Edge rusher Chase Young, Ravens.
Chase Young to the Ravens.
Michael Pittman Jr. from the Colts to the Colts. Saquon Barkley. They've got 2 running backs listed ahead of Derrick Henry. Running back Saquon Barkley to the Texans. Running back Josh Jacobs to the Cowboys. And Derrick Henry, number 37 on the top 50 free agent list, to the Ravens.
Hey, real quick before you go further, that Josh Jacobs and
Cowboys.
and
Saquon Barkley.
no, Josh Jacobs and what's his name for the Cowboys already there?
Tony Pollard.
Tony Pop. That's a mean combination if Josh Jacobs is healthy. Lord have mercy.
Yep. Sean Murphy Bunting to the Vikings at number 38. They've got 2 guys going to the Titans. Marquise Brown, wide receiver, Cardinals, to the Titans. And Chidobe Awuzie, cornerback, to the Titans.
That's a lot of people going to the Titans.
okay, say them all again to
Yeah,
the
that-
Titans.
yeah.
There were 2.
Oh, okay. Felt like 3.
Marquise Brown, which is Hollywood Brown,
Right.
Yeah.
to the Titans. And Chidobe Awuzie, the cornerback, to the Titans. So Awuzie, they say the Titans need some veteran help in the secondary as they allowed
Yes.
the league's 3rd worst completion percentage to opponents, almost 68% completion percentage.
Jeez.
And at 6 foot, 200 pounds, Awuzie not only has the man coverage skills to challenge on the perimeter, but also the fluid movement traits and closing speed to play off the ball in zone schemes. This is a solid fit for new defense coordinator Denard Wilson. Awuzie did not have a pick in 2023 with Cincinnati, but he did make 57 tackles and force a fumble.
Well, what were we talking about with Coach Mack? Denard Wilson has, was pretty adamant what he wanted this defense to be aggressive, attacking, all of this. What do you have to be able to do that? Guys that can cover, guys you can put on an island consistently.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to address that position
for sure.
in free agency.
Here's what they said about Marquise Brown. Brown would add a different element to the Titans wide receiver room because of his vertical stretchability and open field speed after the catch on in-breaking routes. Brown has 28 touchdowns in his career, 4 with the Cardinals in 2023, with 10 of them coming on throws of 20 or more air yards. In Coach Brian Callahan's offense, Brown would work with DeAndre Hopkins and Traylon Burks to give quarterback Will Levis a versatile group of pass catchers.
I'm looking at Hollywood Brown right here. Not, for some reason, I don't know why I was thinking he was banged up and injured, but maybe I'm mistaken.
I do think he was
For a second.
Well, and I also think he was a little bit of a disappointment from
the drop-off that he
what you
kicked.
expected.
Yeah, but then you got to look at who's throwing. The jury's still out for me on Kyler Murray, too. So
I'm not a fan.
I'm not going to, look at that and lock him in on what his production was at Arizona because Kyler wasn't there, and then who else was throwing to him? Probably me. So I'm going to give him a pass on that one. Speed, boy, he got it. Take the roof off. Mm-hmm. That's what we need. Little slot guy right there, he's very fast. That's one thing for sure. For sure.
He is fast, and they definitely need that element for sure.
He is.
What's going to be interesting to see is to see how they address free agency, and then that'll indicate what they do in the draft, probably, right?
Right.
Yeah. Kyler Murray's 26 years old.
What are we, a week away from combine? 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's next week, I think.
Next
right?
week?
Yes.
Okay.
Coach Mack will be there. Rhett B will be there.
Savage will be there.
At the end of next
will be
week,
there.
we'll be into March.
Will Mike be there?
Yeah.
Buck will be there. What'd you say, Hump?
So at the end of next week, we'll be into March.
I feel like January and February flew by.
Yeah.
I want to go back to
Nelly.
No.
You're not sure on Kyler Murray. He's going into year 6. When are you going to be sure on him?
That's a good question.
I've made my decision on him.
I didn't like what came out about him not looking at the
like they had to put it in the playbook that he spends time in the playbook.
In his contract.
In his contract, yeah.
That was tough. That was a tough one to swallow as a quarterback right there. I didn't really.
He's 28, 36, and 1 in his career.
And then how long can you freelance?
Right.
Like it never looks like they're running a real play. It actually looks like pick up the Smith. You just hike the ball and everybody go, and it's just, hey, let's go. Then if you ain't got nothing, just throw it deep. And it's the other guy's ball, whoever catches it and running it back. Like I don't know.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, to me.
His completion percentage for his career, he needs to get off this number, 66.6%.
Well, I feel like there's been that's
Tim Tebow needs to get out there.
That's the devil's number. Yeah. But I feel like there's been too many leaks from teammates, right? It's not just one. There's been multiple. And usually where there's smoke, there's some kind of fire. I mean, you can have one or two where you don't mesh, right?
Yep.
I mean, and it's the same with the Vrabel talk with Wesley Woodyard and Taylor Lewan. They're on different sides of the spectrum when it comes to a head coach. But I feel like when there are multiple things that come out about Kyler Murray, you have to believe that at the very least, he's not a loved leader.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
College Football Playoff Board of Managers unanimously approves the 5+7 format for the 12-team playoff. We'll talk about that with Chris Lowe next on 104.5 The Zone.
All right, those mortgage rates have come down a lot in the past couple of months. Loan Pronto will help you take advantage of fixed rates with APRs in the 5s. Maybe you got stuck with a bad mortgage rate last year. Loan Pronto can help you switch it out, give you a much better payment. They can do it fast. They can do it with no appraisal and no closing costs. Maybe you're buying a new home. They can beat anyone else's rates. Maybe you need cash out to pay off credit cards, or you want to start a home improvement project. You can get 50, $80,000, $100,000 out of your home's equity in just about 5 days, and then use the money to get credit card debt free for 2024 or start that new kitchen or deck or bathroom or closet that you want to do. Don't wait for the rates to go back up. Loan Pronto's who you need to call. You can actually start the entire process online at loanpronto.com. That's what I did. Or you can call them and let them handle it for you. 615-499-5780. That's Loan Pronto at 615-499-5780. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay with you. Chris Lowe joins us now, senior writer for ESPN.com. C. Lowe, what's up? How are you?
Breaking news, Vanderbilt University has just hired Ron Slay as its new head basketball coach.
We threw that out there yesterday. If there were to be a move made with regard to Jerry Stackhouse, the Slay administration would be amazing at Vanderbilt.
CeeLo, wouldn't you be on board for that?
Oh, listen, man. First of all, I'm not dissing Jerry at all. I'm just having some fun.
No, of course.
Slay already gets a lot of airtime, okay? But having him be a head coach in the SEC, I mean, he's already on TV more than Judge Judy. You know, I look on TV and there he is, man.
Why you got to bring up Judge Judy? Because then it makes me think she makes $50 million a year, Judge Judy.
Oh, man.
Nuts.
And what did I read? Her bailiff, the guy who's her bailiff and been with her forever, he makes all up in the millions, too.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I'm in the wrong profession.
We're in the wrong business.
We need to start our own show.
But so when we brought that up, Slay for Vanderbilt basketball coach, Don immediately said, no. There would be massive NCAA violations. And Slay said, yeah,
massive.
The banner would come down, but it would be there.
Well, one thing for sure, we have a great time.
Vacated.
How many technicals would Slay get a year?
Oh, yeah. He wouldn't make it through a single game.
Hey, it's not about that. I wouldn't get thrown out unless we were down with about 8 minutes left in the second half. Then I'm out of here. And then I told him
you got things to do.
Yeah, I'd be in the band playing the drums after that in a disguise.
Oh, man.
Disguise.
Somebody wrote in Slay investigation would be.
Yeah. That would definitely be
Well,
the case.
it's sort of a mixed bag. Slay's obviously a Nashville treasure, but he did wear the orange at Tennessee, so I don't know how much Vanderbilt fans would get on board with that. But I think the Metro Nashville people would they'd dig a little Ron Slay.
Hey.
Bring the headband back and everything.
You better know. I'll be the first to coach with the headband. Like Big John had the towel, Shark had the towel, I have the headband. And when it's time to get serious, I'll put it on.
That's sad, Like you're right, Big John Thompson, the towel. I mean, you mentioned that now to anybody under the age of 40, 35,
Right.
They have no idea. Probably sadly, who John Thompson is, what he meant, and the towel, and Luke Hornacek and the sweaters. I mean, that's back when Big East basketball was king.
Man.
You did not miss Big Monday.
No.
When you had Mullen and Ewing and those guys going at it. You had Seton Hall and PJ Carlissimo. That level of basketball in the 80s, was about as good as it got. You got all those Syracuse teams. Everybody had at least one or two great players on those teams.
Yep.
Chris Lowe with us on 3HL. So the college football playoff board of managers unanimously approved, no surprise here, the 5+7 format for the 12-team playoff. What do you think about this? For those that don't know, 5 highest-ranked conference champions and then the next 7 highest-ranked teams, which could put 4 or 5 SEC teams in this thing.
I think more times than not it will, Brent. I think you're going to see the Big Ten and the SEC dominate the playoff. And now that we have and remember, let's not call it the alliance, but the Big Ten SEC advisory group, which clearly they're going to push to have more clout, with the playoff, get a bigger chunk of revenue, probably maybe even try to tweak the format a little bit. I would not be surprised at some point to see the Big Ten and the SEC say, hey, we deserve 2 AQs, meaning each conference, we want to somehow work it out where we get 2 automatic bids from our conference. So, for instance, next year, let's say that's Texas and Georgia. And then in the Big Ten, that's Oregon and Ohio State. And now I think you're going to see a push for that, I guarantee you, at somewhere down the road. But right now, you're right. You've got 5 that are automatics and 7. And even that's going to create some interesting scenarios because if, let's say, next year the Big 12 champion is Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma State's 9-3. Well, they're going to get one of the top 4 seeds if they're one of the top 4 highest-ranked conference champions. And let's say they're 9-3, so they're going to get a bye. They're not playing the first round. And then let's say Texas is 11-1 and Georgia's 12-0. Well, Georgia's going to get the SEC conference champ seed, probably the number 1 seed. But Texas is going to be sitting there ranked about 4th or 5th in the country, and they're going to have to play a first-round game and not get to bye. And again, this is all hypothetical, and Oklahoma State isn't. So it'll be a new deal for a lot of fans because they're going to see, hey, wait a minute, how come Georgia is having to play in the first round, but Oklahoma State isn't, or whoever? Maybe North Carolina wins the ACC, and they're 9-3, and they get one of those top 4 seeds. So it's going to be a little different look. Well, actually, a lot different look than what we're used to in the 14 format.
Chris Lowe with us on 3HL at CeeLo ESPN. I looked it up based on last year's rankings and things like that. And when you start to think about like that first round matchup, like this is going to be a lot of fun, man, with home games in that first round where the winners go to the quarterfinals and then bowls get involved. But like last year, you would have had Liberty hosting Ole Miss, Washington hosting Penn State, Missouri at Georgia, Oregon at Ohio State in the first round.
Yeah, that's the thing I like most about the expanded playoff, honestly, that you're going to have games in the postseason on college campuses. And I know I've bellyached about this forever, but college football, to me, the fabric of college football is playing games on campus sites, especially now you start to get into the winter. If Penn State hosts a game, I don't know about you guys, but you get on up in December in Happy Valley, it's pretty cold.
Yeah.
In the elements, where you've got fans from, let's say they're playing, Ole Miss, and Ole Miss is going to Penn State. You got the Ole Miss fans going up there. It's on campus. That, to me, is the very essence of college football. And I love the fact that we're going to get some postseason games there in that first round on campuses because that is college football. That's what college football is, and to me, what it always should be.
CeeLo, what is always going to be some complaint about it? What could the complaint be that comes out of this as far as a snubbing or whatever?
Yeah, one of them will be what we just talked about, Slade, that there's going to be better teams, i.e. the number 2 Big Ten team or the number 2 SEC team that are having to play in that first round, and they're better teams, better records, better resume than some of the teams that get those first round buys because they won their conferences. And we know that all conferences aren't created equal. It's the bottom line. You're going to have some years where, again, I'm not beating up on the Big 12, but maybe everybody in the Big 12 beats up on each other. Everybody's got 3 losses or worse. And that conference champion goes and gets a first-round bye, doesn't have to play in the, gets a top seed. And then, again, you got to say a Texas or a Michigan or an Alabama that's a better team, has a better resume, but they have to. That people will gripe about that, certainly because no one's really used to that yet. And, yeah, you're right. It's just like the term in basketball every year. I mean, every single year, how in the world did this team not make it? How did the 60 – and it's not really the 65th best. It's the at-large teams because you got automatic bids. It's going to be the same way in college football. You're going to have 7 at-large berths. Well, the 8th and the 9th and the 10th team are going to drive, and their fan base is going to complain. And they're going to say, well, look, we did this, we did that. Schedules aren't the same. And I think that's the thing we've got to understand is schedules in college football are not the same. Year to year, conferences are going to be down. They're going to be up. Some schools are, your schedule's going to look harder in August than it actually is come November. And that always happens. We all do this exercise where you go right now, all right, we're going to win this one, no way we win that one, win this was a toss-up. I always like to go back in December, guys, and look at sort of how I thought the schedule would turn out in August, and it never works out that way.
You should have seen ours.
And so you're going to have that. Everybody's going to say, well, how did this team not get in and they played a harder schedule? I think that'll be a complaint. And then invariably there's going to be some game in the first round, Slay, where someone has to go play and it's going to be 10 degrees and snowing sideways up in Happy Valley. Everyone's right about we shouldn't have to play these games in these elements. It should be a warm weather venue or a dome venue. Well, again, that's not the way college football was cut out to be.
Do you think it'll be a format ever introduced that'll cut down on the opt-outs, or would this be the one? Or is that just where we are?
Yeah, I hope, Slay, that we don't get to the point where kids are not playing
Right.
in a playoff. I would think, and you know what? Maybe this has the opposite effect. Maybe now that when we get to November, then there's going to be more teams in play for the playoffs. I mean, I would hope that the first week of November, there's still 20 teams that legitimately have a chance to make the playoff, and I think that keeps more teams and more players and more kids engaged. And I don't think that's probably going to be as big a deal because there's going to be more teams. You get to that last week in November.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this past year, all the teams that maybe still had a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're going to see less kids, say we're not going to play. Now, when you get to the bowl games after 12, I think it's going to hurt. I think anybody that's not in that 12, anybody that even remotely thinks they're going to be a draft pick, aren't going to play in the bowl games.
Chris Lowe, ESPN.com, at CLowe ESPN. Thank you, Chris. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it, Lowe.
You bet. See you guys.
All right, top 12 highest paid coaches in college football. SEC dominant? Got the list for you next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What is happening, good people? Ron Slay right here. KellumStemCellInstitute.com is what you need to go reach out to. How do you reach out to them? 615-850-4415. If you're out there with some aches and pains and inflammation in particular, like that is tearing you up. I mean, I've dealt with it. I used to deal with it even on car rides, like a long ride, even from here to Knoxville, here to Memphis, here to Chattanooga, wherever, maybe to Atlanta. My knee, I would have to stop probably an hour and a half into the ride, get out, stretch, and then be ready to roll just because the inflammation would be burning in my knee. I got that taken care of, yes. I went to Dr. Kellum, sat down with him, got my consultation, talked to him about what my problems were. He said, oh, yeah, we can fix that. That's easy. So I went along with it. Let's do it. And once he did it, he redeployed the cells back into my knee. I felt it immediately, and I haven't had a pain since. So you can do the same exact thing. Go on and attack the inflammation in your body, congestive heart failure, autism, arthritis, whatever it may be. 615-850-4415, KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Just saw a former colleague in the hall, and he was talking about Charlie Cook, who is our operations manager, who is retiring. One of the greatest country programmers this country has seen. I mean, so talented.
For a long time.
Yeah, in the day that the news came out, Slay Dog, you weren't here for this story. Slay Dog saw him in the bathroom, and so Slay had a question about etiquette because Slay said, I wanted to tell him congratulations, but we were in the bathroom and the door shut behind me. So I told him congratulations, and then you gave him a hug.
Yeah, I was like, we were face to face. I was too close to like shake his hand or high five or something. Which the high fives are weird. You know what I mean? But like I couldn't shake the hand and bring him in, so I just reached out and gave him a hug, and he gave me a hug back.
Right there in the bathroom.
Yeah, and it seemed like he was like, okay, I don't know how long we're supposed to hug, but I'm going to go and let you go and see if you let me go. And I let him go, and when I was at the stall before he walked out, I was like, man, we're going to miss you, Charlie, and that felt weird. Like, why am I at the stall? I could have said that before I got to the stall.
When you were embraced with him in the bathroom?
And then that would have even been weirder. But, hey, man, it's always all right to show love.
That entire situation is weird.
The phrase embraced with him in the bathroom just kind of.
That sent us down a path, too, because, like, nobody high fives. Like, high fives are really awkward, except for women. Women love to high five.
Especially at game events. They do two-hand high fives. They always do two-hand high fives.
Which is true.
Like bowling and stuff?
Man, what?
Yeah, I do that.
Sporting events, women going to go two hands high five on you. Like, that's why you got to come up with your spouse or your friend or something. That's why you got to come up with a handshake. You feel me? So you ain't out there doing the weirdo two hands up and you miss, and then you really look crazy. Like, dang, I'm so unathletic. Like Rick Pitino was talking about.
Non-athletic.
So you think
not unathletic, I mean, you ain't got a piece of athleticism in your body.
Yeah, unathletic infers that you used to be athletic, but non-athletic means you never were athletic.
Yeah, or you may be losing it.
So you're saying that the St. John's basketball team can't high-five each other?
None of them. And we almost had Ledlam. Chris Ledlam.
Tennessee did, yeah.
That man came from Harvard and then went into a place and got called non-athletic.
Yikes.
That's tough.
The embrace in the bathroom, though. Like, is that...
It was a hug.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Nice hug.
Is that acceptable?
Yeah, I didn't know. But
neither did he. But y'all both did it because you got caught in the moment.
You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. You know what I mean? You spread love, show love. Man, we're going to miss you, Charlie. I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. Cook.
He's not dying, Slay.
Nah, I'm going to miss him, though. He's going to leave the building.
I think he's going to California, isn't he?
Is he? Dang.
Isn't he?
How you get in?
I thought you told me that.
No, I said reading about him, I didn't know he was back and forth between Nashville and California all the time. All the time. Nobody knew it.
I'm still shook with the bathroom embrace.
Hugs and bathroom.
You never did that? You've never done that?
Hey,
just
girl.
hug some other woman in the bathroom?
I don't think I have.
You're
Although
one of only few women that work on this floor.
Oh, yeah. I never have anyone else in the bathroom. I'm always by myself.
I would love that. I've been there shaking it down all the time.
Nick said those that think it's weird are making it weird.
What, hugging in the bathroom?
You said you had to do that in Vegas, and it led to a conversation about what that meant.
Yeah. Shake it down, baby.
Yeah, that's a conversation we cannot have on air, guys. Just throwing that out there.
That's a slayism.
What were we going to talk about?
Can we get off the bathroom?
Let's talk about you riding the mechanical bull. Remember that?
Oh, no, actually, Mayor.
You don't.
I don't.
I sent you the video.
Oh, no, I have the video. There's plenty of evidence of it.
It threw her into the wall. This was in Kansas City.
I'll just go ahead and say perhaps my equilibrium was off a bit.
This might have been about 2:30 in the morning. This is when we went outside. I'm like, I'm going to make sure Babs gets to her hotel safely because we were staying in different hotels.
Oh, yeah.
And so we go outside and we're standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. No, in Kansas City. And she calls an Uber because we didn't know where her hotel was.
Because I was staying at a different hotel than you were.
Right.
And I was like so turned around.
Like you had the name of the hotel.
In the district there, it's just all big buildings.
Yeah.
You know?
So the Uber's about to show up, and I look across the street, and there's her hotel, literally across the street. So she takes you took the Uber,
You
right?
got in the Uber?
Heck yeah, it was like 4 degrees.
But you went across the street.
The Uber guy was like, "Are you serious?"
Dude, you had to tip him.
Oh, I tipped him big. Like, thanks for driving around the corner.
He pulled a Yui and went to her hotel across the street. And I was like, and then I saw Babs get out of the car. And I'm like, all right, Babs, you're good. See ya.
See, I would have ran over there and tried to meet the Uber before he got over there. Like if the light would have been red before you turned over to cross the street and got over there and opened up the door like, hey, welcome.
I wish we could take everybody on trips with us. It is hysterical.
There are some moments.
All right,
that's
highest
for
paid
sure.
coaches in college football. Y'all ready for this?
Let's get it.
All right. There are ties in here, so it's the top 10, but it's actually 12. So there are 4 coaches tied at number 9 in the country. Mark Stoops, Josh Heupel, Eli Drinkwitz, and Lane Kiffin all make $9 million per year.
Wow.
Good gracious.
Number 8
And
is
Missouri and Kentucky.
Number 8 is Brian Kelly, $9.9 million. And then is a 3-way tie for 5th. Kalen DeBoer at Alabama, Lincoln Riley at USC, Mike Norvell at Florida State, all at $10 million. Number 4, highest paid coach in college football, Ryan Day at Ohio State, $10.2 million. Number 3 now is your boy, Steve Sarkisian. We just went through that yesterday.
With his private
I'm trying to
jet.
beat you on who 2 and 1 is.
And 2 cars.
Private jet, 2 cars. We don't know what the cars are. Dealer's choice, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Top 2. Number 2, Kirby Smart, not number 1. Kirby Smart, number 2, highest paid coach in college football, $10.7 million.
Who's higher than Kirby?
Number 1 at $11.5 million per year, Dabo Sweeney.
Wow.
Dabo's still holding on at 1?
Yep.
That's how you go get it.
You
He
can hug
was
that.
2 behind Saban.
You can hug that man in the
Who is his
bathroom.
agent?
Saban had an escalator in his contract.
That's what it was called.
That
I
he
know.
was always the
Yeah,
highest
that's the
paid.
truth. That's
Yeah.
the truth. Oh, Dabo.
Dabo. Do you think Clemson fans cringe
Yeah.
right now?
Bankroll.
There are a lot of Clemson fans that aren't down the Dabo path anymore.
Well, because since NIL, he's
Well,
embraced
that's
it a
what
little
he-
bit more
he
now
done
because
had
you have to.
Yeah.
But he was
But
barking
he
about it.
was against it.
And he
How about
let
that?
so much time slip away, man. He could have been on top of NIL.
Mm-hmm.
It was rolling.
Rolling with the homies.
Because you can be on top of NIL and still push your culture
Yep.
that he's so adamant about.
Yep,
You know,
absolutely. Because you evolve. This is the way of the
So
college landscape.
out of those 12 names I just read on highest paid coaches in college football, 8 are SEC coaches. 8 of the 12.
just means more.
So 8 of the 16 SEC coaches are in the top 12 in the country. How about that?
Great place to be.
God, the pressure that comes with coaching in that
Without
league,
question.
though.
I mean, deal with it. To Slate's point, I mean, deal with it. Coach a year, 2, 3, whatever.
Straight.
Take it to the house.
You straight. Catch your lightning in the bottle. Peace.
I'll take my $30 million.
About to see it.
I'll go look at the beach forever. Smoke a cigar.
Heck yeah. Balling.
Eat some sushi.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, you try it.
I don't like seafood, but I like sushi.
Sushi's
Wait,
phenomenal.
that makes zero sense.
Sushi's phenomenal.
How did I not know this about you?
I don't like fish at all.
I worked with
I
you
know that
for
either.
almost 7 years now, and I didn't know that would come out of your mouth.
I like shrimp. I love shrimp. I love sushi, and I can do like salmon if it's like cooked, like you got
Perfectly.
taste on it, and it does. Like I don't like the fishy smell or the fishy
Yeah.
taste.
Yeah, you need a big slate salmon.
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 You used to call it salmon. What happened?
I'm changing. It's a new slate.
I'm so proud of you.
It's a new sleigh. It's a I'll hug you in the bathroom sleigh. We'll be right back. 104.5 The Zone. I want to tell you about my Want to tell you about my friends at Brentwood Jewelry, 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Check them out online, BrentwoodJewelry.com. Maybe you missed out on that Valentine's Day engagement, but Brentwood Jewelry is here to help you pop the question. Let them help you take the stress out of selecting that perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings or talk with their custom design specialist to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. They've got customized piece availability and ability as well. Maybe you have a family heirloom that's precious to you, but it's not a style or a piece that you would wear now. It's hard to let someone take that priceless heirloom and transform it into something you can wear every day, but that's exactly what Brentwood Jewelry is known for, creating custom pieces. They've got an incredible selection of watches, necklaces, earrings, bracelets. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com.
Good afternoon and evening from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. I'm Joe Hogg. The Tennessee Titans made the hirings over the past few days finally official. College football has also made it official that they will be going to a 5-7 model for the brand new 12-team playoff that's going to be starting this fall. The top 5 ranked conference champions will be included, and then the other 7 will be made up of the highest ranked teams. The college football schedule is also out for the playoff. The first round is going to be right before Christmas on December 20th and 21st, with the college football national championship happening on January 20th. You've got baseball going on for both Vandy and Tennessee, as Vandy and Dayton are currently tied at 0. Tennessee and UNC Asheville at the moment, they are also tied at 2. That game in the top of the 6. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty with you on a beautiful evening in the Music City. We were just out on the Lanai enjoying the day.
I should have been out there.
It's beautiful.
Having a conversation about corporate insurance needs. It's always something.
Always something.
Don Davenport is here.
What up, baby?
I'm in the building.
That's Bonk. That's Bonk. Twitch, please.
Wasn't it nice out
Twitch,
there?
please. Twitch, please.
I need this weather to stay.
No, it's not cold. Slay Dog, what is up?
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Got your blue boom boom room.
That's
shirt
right, man. All
on.
flavors, all colors of boom boom rooms are available.
So do you hang up all your boom boom room gear in the closet, or do you just like shove them away in a dresser?
I got them
somewhere?
all hung up.
That's what I do
All
too.
hung up. But I got boxes upstairs of the T-shirts. So you can get the T-shirts too. Boom boom room T-shirts.
How do people get the T-shirts?
They hit me up. They DM me. Hit me in the DM, the THEE Ron Slay on Instagram or on Twitter. The Twit Life.
Tennessee at Missouri coming up at 6 o'clock.
Let's get it on.
Let's love, baby. Tennessee at Missouri. Tennessee, I saw 12 points. I saw somewhere else 11.5 points. What do you think about this matchup? Missouri has not won a game in forever.
That is correct. This is a situation you don't want to play around. They've been hovering around getting wins. They just went to Ole Miss, fought Ole Miss, and Ole Miss was able to pull away. War of attrition kicked in at the end. But it's a team that's playing at home, and they still come out and support. Even though they haven't won a game, they still come out and support at Missouri. So it will be a good crowd on hand. They have Nick Honor, who can fill it up from deep. Noah Carter, who's trying to fill in for Caleb Brown. They had 3 injuries take place, so they're leaning on that and need guys. Aiden Shaw, Sean East to step up. Bates is a good guy as far as scoring, but that's kind of where it stops. You know, you get 5 guys, and after those 5, it's like, whoop, what are we supposed to do now? And they really can't stand the test of time of a game. So kind of comes back to bite them. They usually keep it close until the end, and then the other team just pulls away. Not enough. Especially, they're not able to shoot threes as well like last year. Last year, the three-point was a weapon for them, and it hasn't been a weapon for them this year. So I expect Tennessee to take what they did against Arkansas, take what they did against Vandy, and go into Missouri, get a win, get on back, and get iced up, ready for that matchup on Saturday.
One thing is, in that Vandy game, no one played more than 24 minutes in that game.
Beautiful. That's what we've been begging for. Good. Don't play with your food. Get rid of it. Eat your food. Get on that. Get up there, shower. Get ready for bed. So we can get it. Yeah, ain't no sitting around with your fork.
No, because that gets you in trouble.
That's right.
There was one guy that played 24 minutes. That was the most on the team. Guess who that was?
Zakai.
Yep.
It's always gonna be Zakai. he missed half a year. They were like, we're gonna get all your minutes you want. So
who's your boy off the bench? The freshman that you love, that you think is an NBA player?
Cam Carr.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
8 points in 13 minutes.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, when he watch next year. And the more comfortable that man get, I'm telling you, he's a problem. He's just learning that in order to stay on the floor,
The defensive side.
you have to defend someone.
Especially for Rick Barnes.
That's right. And he's long and athletic enough to where he should be a force, and he's starting to get his minutes. So shout out to him.
So then Texas A&M on Saturday, and then that last four happens.
That's the ones.
I don't remember what order, but it's Auburn, at Alabama, at South Carolina, and Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
I might have had the Alabama and South Carolina games flipped, but that's a crazy four.
That's it. But I will say this. Not only do they have a crazy four, but everybody right there in the top 5 or 6 have a crazy four. Like Florida is the only one that has a bit of a luxury because they play Vanderbilt twice in that stretch. So they play them once here and then they play them once down there. Florida's one of the hottest teams in the SEC.
8 out of 9, I think.
Yeah, they rolling. Like that's. But other than that, they find out this. Look at Minivan. They find out tomorrow.
Minivan cleans the radio station.
Yeah, he get us right.
We love him.
Wednesday, tomorrow game, Florida plays at Alabama. So I say all that to say it's still in reach with Tennessee sitting in second, a game behind Alabama.
Really, Alabama
has
and they
half a
own
game.
the tiebreaker.
That's right.
Right now.
Right now. So they still can go and get the SEC regular season championship. That's what I'm saying. But you got to handle business.
Arkansas at Texas A&M. Texas A&M favored by 11.5. They need to
got to get that.
Get this one.
So you're not hovering around the bubble.
Arkansas is weird. It's weird to watch them.
That's what Muss says.
I mean,
you can look at him and see.
It's weird to watch him.
That's what
he's the kind of coach that, like, if you're a fan of the other team that's playing them, like, he agitates you because you're always like, hey, dude, sit down, chill out, like, calm down.
Now you're sitting down and chilling out.
Or if he goes to talk with the official, it's like, hey, buddy, you might have missed a walk there. Like, it's real calm.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Weird.
There's a lot of weird stuff theoretically going on there.
I was going to say he's in a weird position.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Weird is the word of the day.
How this shakes out, though. Kentucky could be turning the corner. Auburn, how do they bounce back without Jalen Williams, who, to me,
that looked nasty.
Yeah, I know, but they said it's not season ending.
I said it when it happened. The non-contact is the one that's going to get you.
Right.
That looked like it could have been like a bone bruise. You twisted it wrong, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's all about the swelling getting down and that pain. If it's on the inside, and I don't want to jump to conclusions with it. If it's
Dr.
on the
Slay?
inside, yeah. And I said this on the SEC Network, like, that's not an ACL. I know you ain't supposed to do that, but it's not an ACL. I know what an ACL look like. You know what I'm saying? But that right there.
Did anybody get in your ear and go, hey, Slay, you're not a doctor?
I would have told him, yep, I had plenty of knee problems. I know what it looked like. But when you hit it right there, it may be the touch, the sensitivity of the touch on the bone, too, that makes it hard to put like a pad on to protect it. So you just got to go. How much can you tolerate? And he's an athletic guy, probably the most athletic on their team.
I think he never tweets, and he tweeted, "I'm gonna be fine," with like a smiley. So yeah.
615-737-1045 if you want, and at 3HL 1045. Jim freaking Nance says on YouTube, feeling the energy today. 3HL.
Wait,
on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
There's only a couple of things that we can control, and that's one of them. Dr. Slay.
Hey, that was gonna be my first nickname, y'all.
What, Dr. Slay?
I was in 7th grade, and
Dr. Slay, Dr. Dre, a little play off that,
and Dr. J.
Dr. J.
And Dr. J.
So we was like, man, once you start to emerge, all the greats have a nickname.
You planned out your nickname, before it happened.
I was my guy, man. We call him Uncle Jack. Uncle Jack took me to the gym. I was shooting up.
What was Uncle Jack's real name? Do you remember?
Yo, William Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Billy.
Because sometimes your nicknames don't really even go with the real name.
This is Uncle Jack.
Like Minivan, his name is Van.
Yeah.
So that
don't find a way to
that was
get it together.
So why did Dr. Slay not take?
Because he I didn't like it no more. But when I went up at the hoop, when I came off to the side, he was like, man, you need a nickname. Like you did a cold move. And like when you
What were people calling you in the 7th grade? Ron?
Slay.
Yeah.
Or Ron.
Ron.
It was more Ron. Yeah.
Nice pass, Ron.
Yeah. I don't think I really had no name because I was always the younger one on the court. Young fella, that was probably my name. But then Dr. Slay didn't fit, so Slay.
Dr. Slay.
Slay came. Slay came about.
There were no other nicknames? Nope. No one tried to put one on you?
Slay was
Coach Fitzgerald didn't?
Nope. Well, they did call me in high school football the GOAT. Short for the Gorilla.
I thought
it was terrible.
I thought it was for the Go Round.
I got it on my ring.
Arms?
No, they took it from basketball because when I used to dunk, I used to swing like a gorilla.
Okay.
Like the ring. I got it on my side of my state championship ring.
The Go?
The Go. Not Slay, the Go. So it could be like this ain't even really a ring.
And then John Henderson wasn't
Baby
Big John.
Or Baby Shaq.
And something else.
Big Joe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Big Go and Big Joe.
This look good. Yeah. My production wasn't quite like his, but yeah.
Dude, that guy.
Different. Going into the Hall of Fame, too. Tennessee. University of Tennessee Hall of Fame. Shout out to him.
I remember standing on the sideline at a Pearl Cone football game, and he's just so big that you would think that everybody would just cut him. Mm-hmm. But he was so athletic that he would avoid that move every time. Well, they were playing Hillsborough, and a kid on Hillsborough's team got him. And, boy, he came to the sideline hot, talking about, I'm taking one play off, and then I'm going to get that.
Yeah, he ain't one you want to get mad.
Mm-mm.
You know what he did? He went
I've
in
seen
there.
the locker room videos
Yeah.
before NFL games.
Yeah.
He picked the guy up and threw him on the next play.
Mm-hmm. Man, different.
Trying to block that guy.
Never another player like him in high school football in Tennessee.
I'm glad you mentioned the Hall of Fame. That was
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty awesome.
That is dope.
You in the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame yet?
Uh-oh.
Who's in charge of this list?
Babsy.
I'm not in charge of anything.
What?
I'll be your campaign manager, though.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to bring this up, because we brought this up before.
Yeah.
I don't know why this hasn't happened.
You better do it time.
Somebody's doing time.
Yeah, me. Because I ain't in there.
All right. When we come back, we'll talk with you guys. Jake in Brentwood, Don in Clarksville. Don wants to talk about some Titans football. Don, D-O-N.
D-O-N. You know how Mayor says my name all the time.
That's why I call her Babsy. When in doubt, don't even say it. Jake in Brentwood wants to talk about random crap, is what it says here. We'll do that next. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Captain Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. You might have heard Don Babs say, Twitch, please, there. Captain Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. If you need that next new vehicle, maybe you've been thinking about this for a while. Now is the time to get it done. And you can get it done this week. Go see my friends at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Easy trek to the best vehicle buying experience you've ever had. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. About 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Just tell them what you're looking for, man, that you need more space. Maybe you need less of a payment. I don't know what your needs are, but let them know, and they'll be able to match you with the vehicle that's right for you. That's the only goal. There will be no pressure at all when you go see my friends at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. They do an incredible job. Go take your test drive. Go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it will be that easy. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. Again, 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. You can check them out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. The entire inventory is there. All the dealership information is there as well. That's GuptonMotors.com. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. Tennessee and UNC Asheville locked in a 2-2 battle in the bottom of the 7th.
Rocking and rolling. Good baseball. Beautiful day for some baseball.
They had almost 5,000 people there.
Mm-hmm. Set a record.
I may or may not have skipped class a time or two on a really pretty midweek game
I think I
with some buddies.
I went to one baseball game while I was in school.
They were good, too. Rod Delmonico, that was well, that was after Todd Helton, right?
Yeah, it was after. It was solid. Yeah, it was solid. Hey, you know what? I had before we get into something. Did y'all know
What are we getting into?
This is weird.
Okay.
Talking about some weird stuff today, hugging in bathrooms and stuff like that. Dog, did y'all know people first of all, have you all ever eaten an apple?
Yes.
I seriously have 2 in my bag right now to eat on the way home.
Have you, Babsy?
Yes.
I've never eaten an apple. Let me just throw that out there.
What?
Why?
No wonder you need the glasses.
Why are you anti-apple?
No, apple juice is
Have
my most amazing drink, too. I love it. And I love applesauce.
Have you eaten like sliced apples?
No.
No. Okay.
But
Are you anti-apple or anti-fruit?
no, I love fruit. Some of it. A couple of them. Just a couple. But I take the
Well,
applesauce.
Lita never gave you some apples and peanut butter or something?
No, I'll pass them off to my brother. You can have them. Applesauce, I'm going to mess applesauce up. But I say that to say, what do y'all throw away from the apple?
The core.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Some people eat the core.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Did y'all
Supposed
know
to be
people
like-
eat the
I bet
core
Will
of an
Levis
apple?
eats the core.
Like where just you got the stem left.
Mm-hmm. Like the seeds. People eat the seeds. I don't know why.
What?
It's gross.
The core of an apple is not supposed to be eaten, everyone.
I think there's like protein and stuff in there.
Rotten to the core. You ever heard of that before?
Yeah.
So I should be eating. So of a chicken wing, I should be eating the bone.
Some people do that.
You can try.
That's dumb too. I just thought this was weird. But
Okay.
So
brought
according
this
to,
I had a friend of mine that I saw eat they were eating the apple and then they
Just kept
they
going.
bit it and I was like, wait, what are you doing? Like, yeah. And then all of a sudden it was just a little stem.
According to Health Digest, the core of the apple contains most of the gut healthy bacteria.
Oh, well, there you
Why
go.
would you want bacteria?
No, gut
No,
healthy.
It's like probiotic good.
Yeah. It eats at the bad stuff.
Yes.
I'm straight.
Huh. Well, I said Will Levis because remember, Levis will eat a full rotten banana. He went viral for that one.
Yes, he did. I wonder if he's still doing that. He probably ain't doing that no more.
He doesn't
probably
need to
does.
anymore, does he?
I mean,
He's a different cat.
I eat skin on potatoes,
Well, that's normal.
but that's good.
Some say it's bad.
The skin
Really?
on potatoes?
I didn't know that. I thought that was okay.
Not much butter in there?
Sweet potatoes you're not supposed to.
I don't eat the sweet
No, you're
potatoes.
talking about buttered
Baked potatoes.
up skin on potatoes.
You can't
Hey,
eat it any
butter
other way.
is the good fat.
Yeah, you can't eat it. It shows. We know that.
We know
According to
that.
Health Digest, the skin of some potatoes can have up to 12 times more antioxidants than the flesh.
What?
Why are we using the word flesh? Okay, listen. We're back. We're back.
Sorry.
615-737-1045.
Go ahead.
D-O-N Don in Clarksville
Yes.
wants to talk about Peter Skoronsky.
Let's go.
Don, what's up?
Well, as I recall, Peter Skoronsky played 4 years of left tackle in college. When he was drafted, I would assume he was drafted as a left tackle, but some genius in the previous administration decided to change him to a right tackle. So why are they looking for a left tackle in the draft this year?
No, he's left guard.
Left guard, yeah.
Because he has short arms, so he's got to play inside, according to people that know those types of things. Except for Babs. Babs wants him at left tackle like
I
you.
wanted him at left tackle. I wanted him at left tackle his rookie year. But I have been told that I am wrong, that he is better.
It hasn't changed your opinion.
It hasn't changed my opinion, but allegedly I'm wrong, and he is a left
Allegedly.
guard. But
See, this is how Babs
Don,
admits fault.
to my
Allegedly, I'm wrong.
Allegedly, I'm wrong. To your point and my point, though, then why did you draft a left guard so high? Right? You draft a left tackle that high. So, Anyway, but
She's with you, Dawn.
I'm with you, Dawn.
Dawn is with Dawn.
Dawn and Dawn. Dawn and Don are together.
Dawn.
But the consensus from people that are, in fact, smarter than me is that he is a left guard. So,
I mean, people that have evaluated NFL talent for years.
For a long time, like Greg Cosell.
Yeah.
Told me I was wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like flat out.
Allegedly.
Savage did so.
Allegedly.
Savage did too?
Yeah, Savage told me I was wrong too. It's fine.
My nephew just told me I was wrong.
On the
About what?
apple?
Yeah, he said we got to fix that, Uncle Ron. How have you not eaten an apple? I said,
I'm telling you, especially if you love all the Apple stuff.
My fault, Miles. Apple juice. I feel like apple juice and applesauce was the same. Let's carry on. Don't y'all feel like that's the same?
And no.
What's in apple juice?
Sugar. More. Added. Extra.
It's sugar. It's sugar in an apple.
Oh, yeah.
So
but it's natural sugar.
Hang on. While y'all talk about apples.
Oh, God. Now there's like
how about them
a bunch
apples?
of people that wants to talk about Skronsky.
How about them donuts?
Voodoos.
We're all over the place. So one time Jim Nantz called the show and he called the listener line. He called line 3. That's like the Jim Nantz line. So if you call on line 3, you're on the Jim Nantz line.
Yes.
Ramon Foster has called line 4.
Oh, hell.
Oh, what's he get? Oh, come on.
Ramon, what's up?
Man, I just got to call in because they keep talking about this Peter Skronsky thing going to left tackle, and it bothers me. Like, Ramon from Hendersonville does not agree that Peter Skronsky should be a left tackle, okay? The guy did really good at left guard, man. And look, it's even better if you'll get a perennial left tackle that can play next to him for the next 10 to 12 years. I don't know, but I was a college tackle, and I went to guard. Also, Jawan Jennings was a high school quarterback, and now he's a professional wide receiver. People do these things all the time. Just because you think it doesn't mean it's true sometimes. All right, I'm done, and I'm glad to be back. I miss you guys.
Welcome back from vacay. I said allegedly I was wrong, Ramon.
Allegedly. That's all she's going to give you.
Yeah, I just we've seen position changes, and I know I got a show. And Savage, I said I wouldn't do this the same way you say you was not arguing with Vandy fans anymore about their state of their program. And here I am, just lost in the days again, trying to fight for Peter Skronsky at left guard. Hey, you know what happens in the NFL? Teams have figured out the quickest way to the quarterback is having a stud D tackle, i.e. Jeffrey Simmons, Chris Jones, Aaron Donald. So you know what you got to have on the interior? Some really good dudes and not just some stumps in the interior. We matter too. Peter Skronsky, go make Pro Bowl at left guard.
Dang, Ramon.
All right, Ramon.
They straight from the Grand Canyon, baby.
Welcome back.
That's how you
Good
come
to have
through,
you back, Savage.
Hey, I was listening, and I had to. I didn't want to do the show like this. Now I'm going to listen to Jank from Brentwood, okay?
Hey, man,
I love it.
Tell my nephew go have an apple for his uncle.
Hey, Miles is mad. He ain't upset with you, but he's just trying to figure out how you not have an apple. And he loves apple juice, too, okay? He loves apple juice.
So Candy B91 says, I got to have apple slices in my Happy Meal.
Ain't no way. Fries all day long.
Ooh, I can't say no to fries.
Yeah.
Random
Neither can
guy.
Baby Babs.
Random guy 000. An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah.
Dr. Slay.
Yeah, except for the sugar. It depends.
Thank you, Ramon.
Except for the sugar. All right, see you guys.
Good to have you back.
Yep. RK Dub, 6 to 10 weekday mornings at 104.5.
Back in effect in the morning.
How about Ramon knows the hotline number and calls the listener line?
Yeah, that's the best part. You got to call the listener line, man. Listener line's where it's at. Because you might get through, you might not. It's just like, hey.
But now we have a story to tell. Now we've had Jim Nantz and we've had Ramon Foster. Call the listener line.
Line 3 and 4.
I mean, we've had Tracy Wolfson on a bunch. We've had Nantz call in because he lives here and he just listens.
Who's currently doing curling right now in Austria.
Who is? Oh, Tracy Wolfson, yeah. Austria, curling.
So she found a new hobby. Curling.
We haven't had Romo on.
Tony.
We've had the other two.
Here we go, Jim. Tony.
I haven't heard that in so long.
I know. We haven't played that in a while. We've got to work on Romo.
Speaking of Tracy, remember we played that for her and she just like laughed.
Yeah.
Johnny!
I forgot you had her doing it.
They call her the Wolf. The Wolf is in Austria.
That's good right there.
Jake in Brentwood. Jake, what is up?
What up? What up?
Jake, what do you think about Slay loving applesauce and apple juice but having never had an apple?
I would just say welcome to February because we're talking about 3 hours of Vanderbilt. We're talking about apple cores. We're talking about what are we talking about?
Hey, we're just having a good old time in here. You know, we got the combine next week. Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Thank you, Jake.
I think this would just fill right into what you like,
that's
man.
what I was gonna say, yeah.
This is like these are your phone calls. What we're doing right now.
I know, just nonsense. pure nonsense. Ramon, hey, the guy from Hendersonville, love him. Awesome point.
There you go.
All right,
Jake
Jake.
from Brentwood, allegedly.
Oh, no, I need some more information. You say he played left tackle in college. I just need to know where.
Who? Jake from Brentwood?
No, the guy that called on line 4.
No, he was saying Skoronsky played left tackle all through college at Northwestern.
And he did.
Oh, Ramon did too.
Yeah.
And then he moved inside.
Oh, sorry, you're saying Ramon. Okay. I
But
thought you were talking about Don.
That last year, his offense coordinator was your boy that you love so much.
Mm-hmm.
That liked to flip the offensive line from strong side to like you didn't play right tackle.
That was weird. What's his name?
What was that guy's name? He's at Wake Forest.
The coach. Offensive coordinator at Tennessee, then went to Wake
Dave
Forest.
Clawson?
The Clawfins, yes.
Clawfins, yeah, it is.
All right, sorry, Jake.
Oh, yeah, I'm not allowed to say his name around Ramon.
No.
No, it's
gets
good. It's y'all
fired
show. Y'all, it's y'all show. Y'all direct me.
Jake. Happy Tuesday, Jake.
Jake, if you were the groundhog, would you predict more winter? Like Dawn and I had this argument today, actually. No more winter weather, according to me. She thinks there will be something.
No, BD, you're solid on it. You're like, it's done. It's over with.
I convince myself of things.
Yeah, you're totally solid on it. I would lean more towards Don. We're going to have some kind of little sneaky stuff come in March.
See, he's realistic. Realistic.
Yeah. Hey.
Thanks, Jake.
Yeah, no problem. Don, do you know you can carry insurance on your pets? You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm a little late on that.
Several $1,000
Dang
late.
it. Ugh. I know. I probably need to consider it on the other two.
So when you go to rescue something, okay, just put insurance on it. It's a safe bet.
It's what you need to do. I know. You're right.
It's like Black Six.
Great.
I mean,
We didn't listen to that either.
Yeah.
we stood there. Black Six hit 3 out of 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. I love you guys. I love all you guys. Welcome back, Ramon from the Grand Canyon. Play. Take it easy now. Don't be hey. Don't let all the SEC stuff go to your head, my man.
I thought you were going to say take it easy on the Vandy fan base there, Slay. Yep.
Hey, the day Slay is the Vanderbilt head coach of basketball. I think, that'll be
the end of the world.
That'll be some Memorial Magic.
Yeah.
It will.
All right,
We love you, Jake.
Thank you,
See
Jake.
ya.
Had magical times in there, man.
Memorial Magic. I'm serious, man. That would be a sight.
Wouldn't it be?
And again, like Chris Lowe said, nothing against Jerry Stackhouse or whatever, but like if there was an opening, man, I'd hire you.
Hey,
Mix it up.
Yeah,
What's up, Babs?
Somebody said Vandy has a fan base.
Yeah, we heard from all 2 of them.
So the Titans, we talk about what they need to do in free agency / draft, like where do they need to address or whatever.
Secondary wide receiver.
They are now
Offensive line.
Yes, but they are now number
Defensive
3. Are you done?
Inside linebacker.
Backup quarterback.
Backup quarterback. Other safety.
Yes, all of the above.
Yeah.
They are now
There you go.
number 3,
Oh,
according
in
to
cap?
Spot Track in cap space.
Who passed them?
It's more like they dropped because of
Yes.
all the void years that got added yesterday.
Oh.
Yep.
So the Titans now lead the NFL in dead cap space with over $31 million. And the Patriots and Commanders are in front of them. The Titans now dropped, and they have $72.3 million available, according to Spot Track.
So they're paying
Plenty of money.
They're paying people $31.8 million to not play for them.
Yes, including Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill is
Oh.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, Azeez Al-Shire, SMB, all those guys went on yesterday. And so the Patriots have $73.9 million. That's in front of the Titans, and the Commanders
only
lead
by
the
like
NFL. It's only like
100,000.
Yeah, it's not too much. And the Commanders have $83.5 million available.
Ooh.
Where do you want to spend that money? Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow.
So cap the dead money. That's what they still have left on the contract, right?
Yeah, you remember how J-Rob loved to have those void years?
Right.
Yeah.
Where you can get out of it, but
Yeah.
But then sometimes they don't.
sometimes it hits you.
So one argument you're going to hear when Derrick
Yeah, help
Henry
me
goes to
understand.
another team, people are going to be upset that they didn't trade him before the deadline.
If the Titans would have
Well,
signed
allegedly
Derrick,
they tried.
I know.
Yeah.
If the
And the
Titans would have
Ravens were
signed
one of the
Derrick
teams.
Henry before 3 o'clock yesterday, those void years would not have been added to the cap space.
Let me ask you something. Did they try? If they tried, did it not happen because somebody wouldn't sign off on it?
You're talking about with Derrick Henry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and his name is Derrick.
Yeah, Henry.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Give me my money.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think he has that in his. Like, I don't
I
think he.
don't.
Can, I don't think he can. I don't think he has
you're
a no
saying-
trade
That's for
clause.
You're
coaches.
saying
That's for
somebody in the
coaches.
Titans.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the trade?
Yeah, so I'm
Right.
asking, do you think
Okay.
somebody didn't sign off on it in the Titans organization?
Oh, as
To
in
trade
like
him
At the
for it to
trade
go down.
deadline,
Yeah.
they had
Rand
an
was
offer.
Like if I
saying he
were Rand
might trade ball.
Carthon, I would see this coming and I treat this like a business with no emotion and I would trade him.
that's why he traded Kevin Byard.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wonder if Rand's plan what can we make t-shirts?
That was good.
Give him one.
Rand's plan.
I wonder if Rand's plan was
That's
to trade him, but
glorious.
he couldn't get it done internally.
I absolutely
Yep.
think that.
I can see that.
Yep.
All right, we're late to break. 615-737-1045.
Good job, Yor. What's happening, folks? Ron Slay here, man. Wouldn't you like to be associated with a company that stands on hungry, humble, and smart? Well, I am. Milliken Corp, and you can have them do the work for you. Why would you want to do that? Well, their word is their warranty. They've redone projects with the customer when they were happy with it because Milliken Corp was not happy. It didn't meet their expectations. Their expectations are that high, people. You may think it looks good, but they know what their work is supposed to look like. They're experts in concrete, asphalt, grading, and drainage services. Driveways, sidewalks, patios, all of it. They make sure it looks good. Decorative concrete, stamped concrete. Babsey's even getting something done now. So backyard renovations are right there ready for you. You do not have to wait. They get it to it right as you hit them up. All you got to do is give them a call, leave a message. You will speak with someone directly, and an expert will call you back within 24 hours. Who else operates like that? Give them a call, 615-238-5909. Head over to millikencorp.com because it ain't your fault if you choose the wrong asphalt.
3HL means what? 3HL 104.5, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Tennessee basketball coming up in about 12 minutes. Tennessee and Mizzou.
Let's go, baby.
In Como.
In Como, where it's always rocking, regardless if they won a game or lost a game.
Como. Do you think people, like 100% of the people listening to us right now, know what Como means?
Yes.
I'll bet not.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, this is SEC country.
I didn't know what Como was until like 2 years ago.
Because I went there
Yeah,
so often.
you kept calling it that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Columbia,
guess.
Missouri, Como.
I was just going to say, I don't know what it is.
Oh!
You don't know?
Well, I do now. Thanks, Babs.
I mean, 66% of that studio knows.
All right.
Thanks,
well,
Babs.
okay.
Always informative, Babs.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. I thought, but yeah.
You knew it was called Como, but you didn't
Yeah.
connect why.
Right. I was wondering, I was like, why did they call it
That's
Columbia?
where you want to go.
That is why. Columbia,
makes sense.
Missouri.
Way down to Como.
I'm growing a
Easiest to
beard.
fly into St. Louis and drive.
There's supposed to be some great pizza place in Como.
Yes.
Piece of Como.
It's like Shakespeare's Pizza or something. Is that what it is?
I think that's the name of it. I never go because anytime I'm in Como, oh, look, a lot of people don't know Como. Okay.
Yes, Shakespeare's Pizza.
Shakespeare's Pizza, yeah. So the only reason I'm in Como is to work a football game, right? So it's usually super busy on a Friday if you try to go, and mama ain't trying to wait in line. Okay, there's a lot of people that don't know who Como is, judging by our chat.
The very first critique on TripAdvisor about Shakespeare says, good pizza, great price, no wait.
No way.
Well, they ain't there on a football weekend then.
Yeah. I love how Ryan Tannehill just continues to get strays. Random guy 000. Ryan Tannehill is trash emoji. I mean, he's not even here anymore.
He wasn't always trash.
Got you to the AFC Championship game.
Sure did.
Dan.
Won in Baltimore in a playoff game. Hit a deep ball to little baby tiny Khalif Raymond.
If he didn't turn the ball over 3 times, they might have been in the Super Bowl.
Why you got to bring back old stuff?
Home field.
That's
you, Aaron Rodgers.
That is where people turned on. That is where the Titans fan base turned on Ryan Tannehill. Right there is where they turned on him.
Oh, my goodness. It was right.
I mean, listen, every professional athlete has a bad game. That was just a really bad time to have a bad game.
The timing of it was horrible. It was horrific.
I mean, the stuff I was talking about was older than the stuff you just brought up. So
somebody saying he just kept
I don't think he ever really recovered from that, right?
I don't think so.
Like, he talked openly, and I'm glad he did because I think he should, but about getting psychiatric help.
After that.
I think, I thought.
Is
therapy.
that too strong of?
No.
Psychiatric might
Therapy.
not
He
be
got-
the word.
he got
Let's say
therapy.
therapy.
He went and sat on
yeah.
the couch.
He went down the therapy path after the 3 interceptions.
I thought he was going to recover from it.
I don't think he ever recovered from
That
it.
offensive line
but
hurt.
yeah, I was going to say, but
was gonna
part of
recover.
it was because he couldn't recover.
He came back
when
with
he
a
had zero
different
protection.
bounce. You know what I'm saying? A different pop about himself. Like, we were watching him in the preseason. Like, it was like, okay. Like, he's more vocal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
Somebody
command.
should have told him that line that I pulled out of Band of Brothers yesterday, where somebody needed to tell him what they told the private in that documentary, that series. You just need to treat it like you're already dead, because then the fear's gone.
No,
Oh, he saw ghosts.
Yeah, it wasn't the fear. It was,
then-
he was really dying.
But then they weren't ghosts. Yeah.
Like, they was really hitting him. Like,
Yeah, but even when he didn't have pressure, remember he had that yips moment?
Yeah, but that was after he was already. It was like he's.
It was already done.
Yeah, like just keep on.
You
jumping
did.
on me.
You kept saying that. Tannehill has the yips.
Yeah, because
you're right.
he would feel
And
ghosts,
that
like
was
you're
2
saying,
years
ghost
ago.
pressure.
That was 2 years ago.
You're already dead.
The Titans absolutely have to, number one priority, fix this offensive line
Then
in the
build
draft,
out.
in free agency, wherever, however.
Then build out.
Have you ever had apple pie, Lethal Latin ass?
I have with ice cream. Apple pie,
So
lemon.
basically, you've had everything apple except an apple.
Bingo.
I'm bringing you one this week.
I won't eat it.
I guarantee you they have one at the SEC network, like just lying in a basket somewhere.
Why would I eat that?
Just
Why
try
wouldn't
it.
you?
Try it.
What is it going to do? What's it going to do?
It's good. It's refreshing. It's juicy.
Yeah, but
It's
what is
yummy.
it going to do?
It's yummy.
Baby Babs has one a day.
Does she?
Yeah.
A whole one?
Whole one.
What's coming up next, Professor Hunk?
That would be Tennessee and Como.
There you go, Hunk.
Way to go, Hunk. All right, Tennessee, Missouri basketball.
In Como.
We're going to talk about Titans football tomorrow. Coach Mack will join us at 3:20. Love y'all. You keep going back to that song. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be ya.